All right, so I found a Sportster. I've bought it, and it's sort of crazy, very frankly. Let me show you.
This is a 1998 Sportster XL1200 Custom. Surprisingly, this thing has 4,000 miles on it. It is pretty close to cherry. There's a scratch in the gas tank, a few chrome chips here and there, but for my purposes, basically the engine, the wheels, the forks, and obviously the frame. This is a perfect donor bike. At $3,500, it was a bit higher than I wanted to pay, but it was local, I could ride it home, and the damn thing runs. And it runs surprisingly well. So let's take this thing for a ride while I tell you about the story of picking it up and my plans for what we have in store. And if you wouldn't mind, hit that like and subscribe button and the notification icon so you can be notified on the next video about this chopper. So as I said, this bike was local. I was really surprised actually. I had been sort of stalking these Sportsters for quite a while. And this one came up and it just seemed too good to be true considering the quality. I messaged the guy and he responded right back that I could come over and take a look at it. Let's just say that this bike wasn't in the best part of Indianapolis. The guy had maybe 15 cameras, searchlights, door ringers, security devices all over his house. And in the back of his property, which he invited us to go back to, was a garage with a few motorcycles in it, a couple lifts, and some choppers that he had been working on. He told me, "Yeah, I bought that bike to chop, but I just couldn't bring myself to it. It's too nice." I didn't say a word, because that was exactly what I have in mind. We chat a bit about his chopper builds that he was in progress for, how he had bought numerous front ends that wouldn't fit his projects, so he needed some capital to keep it going, hence the sale of this bike. So eventually we part ways. I put on my cold weather gear because we're in late February, and I get the girlfriend to follow me home in case something drastically goes wrong. Now, a crash course in the difference between Triumphs, which I normally ride, and a Harley-Davidson from 1998. Let's just say, if the Triumph is refined, has all of the creature comforts one would want, this Sportster is a much more visceral experience. But outside of feeling freezing, I was enjoying the hell out of it. Long story short, I made it home. I was super cold, but it was worth it. I had myself a donor bike, and I could start the chopper project. Over the next couple weeks, I actually just rode the bike. I wanted to get used to it. I wanted to sort of have fun with it before I dove into completely tearing it apart. What I realized is that there are some things about this bike that I do not like. The main one being the exhaust. This Screamin' Eagle exhaust is so loud and has some sort of resonant frequency that it rings in your head and it vibrates frustrates you to the core. Even with the tightest of earplugs slammed all the way into my brain, I still couldn't withstand the punishment that this exhaust gave my body. Absolutely unbearable. So once I had had my fun, and I couldn't take the spinning mirror anymore, I decided it was time to start tearing this bike down. I too had moments of hesitancy around completely stripping this bike. But ultimately, I realized there was a bigger thing at play here. A bigger project, a more custom bike fitted to exactly what I want, and a project that would keep my mind off of the end of winter and into the wet spring. And I wanted to spend some time with friends, learning how to weld, taking some things as they come, and enjoying the process. So that's where we are, enjoying the process.